Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have you with us this second day of May 2026 to participate in the Dodge City Community College commencement exercises. We will now begin the processional. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the presentation of colors by the Dodge City High School Junior ROTC and our national anthem, which will be performed by Christina Hazelhorse.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let me introduce you. I'll introduce you. Good. Please welcome our Student Government Activities Chair, Adiana Tejas, for the invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today to celebrate this special milestone. We are grateful for the place that has shaped us, for our instructors who guided us, and for our families and friends who supported us every step of the way. Thank you for the memories we've made, the challenges we've overcome, and the bonds that will stay with us. As we move forward into new chapters, we ask that you guide our paths, give us strength and courage, and help us use what we've learned for good. Bless this day and each graduate here. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Will the audience and the graduates please be seated? graduates, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, parents, faculty, staff, and friends, welcome to the Spring 2026 Commencement Ceremony at Dodge City Community College. I am Dr. Harold Nolte, President. The commencement ceremony in American higher education has a proud and rich tradition. The commencement ceremony acknowledges achievement and scholarship, and it signifies a milestone in the life of a graduate. While it is a significant milestone, it is only a beginning. Graduates, when you arrived, our responsibility as an institution of higher learning was to present you with thoughts, ideas, challenge your thinking, and encourage you to think critically. Today, we attest that you meet the requirements associated with the program of your study. We acknowledge your scholarship, your tenacity, and your perseverance. We also commend parents, friends, and loved ones who have provided guidance, support, and inspiration to you graduates, and we thank them for their investment in your future. Please join me in acknowledging their role in your success. The Dodge City Community College faculty that serve students is their highest priority. Their expectation is students will engage in challenging, rigorous, and quality educational programs in a comfortable setting and a pleasing environment. Faculty promote continuing effectiveness and improvement of the college, and their collective desire is that Dodge City Community College becomes a college of choice for students seeking a quality education. It is now my pleasure to introduce the faculty of Dodge Community College. Please join me in acknowledging their role in your success. Now it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce Trustee Kathy Ramsire.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, President Nolte, Vice Presidents of the college, and the faculty and staff, I am pleased to welcome you to the 2026 commencement of Dodge City Community College. The governing board of Dodge City Community College is its Board of Trustees, who are elected by the people of Ford County, Kansas. My fellow trustees have worked hard and long on behalf of the college. At this time, I will ask the trustees who are present to stand while I introduce them. When I have finished, please join me in an appreciation of the stewardship for the college. Dr. Kelly Henricks, Dr. Jamie Phillips, Jim Lewis,
Please welcome the DC3 Student Government President, Amory Macias, for her student remarks.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Good afternoon and welcome family, friends, and honored graduates to our Spring 2026 commencement ceremony. 2 weeks ago, while trying to find the courage to open up and finish yet another homework assignment, I opened my browser and Googled myself instead. Turns out I am a student from Dodge City, Kansas, known for her involvement in local community projects and initiatives at Dodge City Community College. Looks like AI overview wasn't all that wrong after all. What the summary didn't include were the moments of uncertainty it took to get here. A new semester, a new school year, and for many of us, new people. Everything felt unfamiliar. But at some point I realized everyone else was starting new too. No one had it all figured out, and instead of letting that intimidate me, I decided to use it for my advantage. For me personally, that started with becoming an ambassador for admissions. It gave me the opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and really learn the ins and outs of campus. I met the people who kept this place running, the ones who were always willing to help, even on the most stressful days. More importantly, it gave me a chance to become a familiar, friendly face to others who might have been feeling the same way I did. Uncertain, a little out of place, just trying to find where they belong. And somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, I stopped just trying to get through college and truly started becoming a part of it. My involvement only grew from there. If you know me personally, you know I had some background in sports videography before coming to DC3. So during my second semester, I had the opportunity to work under Mike, our sports information director. I was hesitant at first, unsure if I could balance a heavier course load while also keeping up with everything in our athletic programs. It felt like a lot to take on all at once, but yet again, I found myself facing the same choice. Stay comfortable or take a chance on something that could help me grow. I quickly became invested in our athletics, but I also found myself diving more fully into campus life. One of the most meaningful experiences from that time was working alongside other students to help pass a city ordinance requiring the microchipping of pets. This proved to me that even a small group of students and a very dedicated professor can make a real difference beyond campus. By my third semester, I wasn't just trying to keep up anymore. I was ready to take on even more, the task of presidency. At the time, I don't think I fully understood what I was stepping into. Being SGA president wasn't just a title. It meant responsibility, communication, and showing up even on the days when it would have been easier not to. It meant being a voice for students while still learning how to find my own. But just like everything else that led me here, I didn't do it alone. I had people around me who supported me, challenged me, and helped me grow into the role. The next part comes straight from the heart, the language I grew up with. En este momento, quiero decir gracias a mi familia por todo lo que han hecho por mí. Gracias por su amor, su paciencia y su apoyo constante. Ha sido mi base en cada paso de este camino, y sin ustedes nada de esto sería posible. Y también quiero felicitar a todos los padres aquí presentes, porque nuestros logros también son sus logros. It has been a pleasure to move alongside every one of you as we have made Dodge City Community College a place of growth and fulfillment. As you sit through this final goodbye, please remember this. The same courage it took to begin is the same courage that will carry you forward. We have came here uncertain, figuring things out one step at a time. And now we will leave with not all the answers, but with something more important, the confidence to keep growing, to keep learning, and to keep showing up even when it's hard. Wherever life takes us, we will carry with us the lessons, the friendships, and the resilience we built here. So take pride in how far you've come, trust in where you're going, and never forget that growth begins the moment you decide to take a chance on yourself. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
Good afternoon. Today I have the honor and the privilege of introducing our commencement speaker. He is a native of Washington, Pennsylvania, and he currently lives in Ellicott City, Maryland. After high school and just 8 days working in a steel mill, he chose a different path in life, a path that brought him to Dodge City Community College to play football. Due to his success at DC3, he would later earn a full scholarship to West Virginia University, where he would continue his football career as a Mountaineer and compete in major bowl games, including the Sun Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl. A 1986 DC3 graduate, he went on to earn multiple degrees from West Virginia University, a degree from the University of Maryland, and a certification from Johns Hopkins University. For more than 20 years, he has dedicated his career to education and student success, as a teacher, as a coach, as an assistant principal, and as a principal. Today, he oversees the Howard County, Maryland Public School System Office of Community Engagement and Partnerships, a role that he assumed in 2024 after serving 7 years as the district's Executive Director of Community, Parent, and School Outreach. From the class of 1986, please help me welcome our 2026 Dodge City Community College Distinguished Alumnus, James Jamie Lamont.
Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Lamont. I'm a proud graduate of Dodge City Community College, the class of 1986. It is both an honor and a blessing to stand here before you this afternoon as we celebrate the remarkable class of 2026. I would like to thank President Dr. Nolte, Vice President Kinzer, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and administration of Dodge City Community College for the invitation and for the extraordinary work you do every day to open doors, to change lives, and create opportunity. Graduates, today is about you. It's about your hard work, your determination, your sacrifices, and your success. Every graduated seated here has traveled a different road to reach this moment. Some journeys were smooth, others were filled with obstacles, setbacks, and responsibilities, and moments of doubt. But no matter the road, you made it. You persevered. You earned this day. Take it all in. Celebrate with pride. You are now graduates of Dodge City Community College, and no one can ever take that accomplishment away from you. As I look out at this class, I see promise. I see resilience. I see greatness in the making. I see future educators, nurses, entrepreneurs, business leaders, skilled professionals, military leaders, public servants, and change makers. I see people who will strengthen communities and inspire others by how you live and how you lead. The education you received here has given you more than credits or a diploma. It has given you a foundation of discipline, growth, opportunity, and belief in what is possible. Build on it boldly. Do not settle for mediocrity. Strive for excellence. One of my favorite quotes comes from Booker T. Washington, and it states, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome." Today, pause for a moment and think about the obstacles you have already overcome. Think about the days you wanted to quit, but you didn't. Think about the burdens you carried while still showing up. Think about the sacrifices you made to keep moving forward. Those victories matter. And now, move forward. Move forward with confidence, with courage, ambition. Move forward knowing that your future is not limited by your past. When I was asked to speak here today, I was deeply humbled because this institution changed my life. Like many people here today, my story is not one you would simply guess by simply looking at me. People may see a suit, the titles, or the accomplishments. They may know me as a teacher, coach, principal, or district administrator, but they would not automatically know the struggle, the uncertainty, and the hardship that have shaped my journey. As a young person, I was not focused on academics the way I should have been. I grew up in public housing in western Pennsylvania outside of Pittsburgh and Washington, Pennsylvania. I was the youngest of 6 kids. I had 5 older sisters. While I have wonderful memories and lifelong friendships from those years, my family also faced serious challenges: poverty, trauma, and mental illness. My mother was a live-in worker and was home only on Sundays. My father lost his job at a steel mill, and he was now a trucker who was traveling all over the country. There were nights without sleep, days without food. Stress followed me into school each morning. I often carried burdens no person should have to carry. And because I was quiet and not a discipline problem, much of what I was dealing with went unseen. Athletics became my outlet. Sports gave me structure, purpose, and hope when life felt uncertain. I was fortunate to be a successful athlete in high school. I was co-captain of our state championship basketball team in Pennsylvania. I was also captain of our track team. We're also champions. But when I was in 11th grade, I was called to the office, and there were two men that were there. They were coaches from Virginia Tech and University of Tennessee. And they said to me, if I had my grades, they would offer me a full scholarship. Now, mind you, I'm in 11th grade. What made it frustrating is that I was not academically ineligible to accept that at the time. And what was more frustrating was that 5 of my teammates would go on to accept Division I scholarships, and I was not one of them. Despite giving more effort my senior year, I graduated with a GPA of 1.40. I'll say it again, 1.40 when I graduated. And I always tell kids I graduated within the top 95% of my class. I don't think people always get that. I was never ineligible to participate in athletics throughout my whole high school career, never ineligible. At that time, our school policies allowed me to participate despite my low GPA. So when I graduated high school in 1984, I took a job at a local steel mill, just as my father had done. But only after 8 days, I realized something very important. If I wanted a different future, I would have to make a different decision. That job was not for me. It was hot. My fingerprints had been burned off. I couldn't go. I was so exhausted every day. I don't know how my father did that for 20 years. So I went back to someone who had always believed in me. My high school teacher and football coach, Guy Montecalvo, who remains my great mentor to this day. He's known as a legendary coach in Western Pennsylvania, but to me, his true greatness was not measured in championships. It was measured in the lives he changed. He challenged young people to reach their potential. He refused to let us settle. He made us believe we could become more than our circumstances. There are many life lessons he taught us over the years. I'll share a couple here with you today. One summer before my 10th grade year, I skipped a voluntary, keyword being voluntary, a voluntary non-mandatory team conditioning workout. And when he asked me why I wasn't there, I didn't have a good reason why I wasn't there. He suspended me the first 2 games of the season. And I was upset. I was very upset. But what he taught me was that commitment matters. The rest of your team was here, and I was off goofing around somewhere, and it made me realize what commitment means. I never was late for practice or missed a practice the rest of my life. Another time, after what I thought was a great game, I had like 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I expected praise. Instead, he blasted me in front of the other players, stating that he would compliment me when I learned how to block for my teammates. And because I did not, I had cost us 2 touchdowns. He taught me that talent means little without sacrificing teamwork. And at my small size at that time, now I'm not saying now, I was 160 pounds. I became the best blocking wide receiver on the team, and also when I was in college. Those lessons and others stayed with me for life. Because he believed in me, and he had reached out to several universities that had been interested in me during the past few years. I was flown out to Dodge City for a visit on my birthday on June 16th, 1984. I'll never forget that. The people here seemed really nice. Coach Jerry Cullen and Miss Joan Weinmeister made an impression on me. So much so that I canceled my other 2 trips to Northeast Oklahoma A&M, and there was another junior college I was supposed to go to in Kansas. I canceled it. Opportunity had brought me here to Dodge City Community College. I worked all that summer to save money, but when it was time to come to Dodge City, I didn't have enough money to ride the bus from Pittsburgh. So a relative was going to Cincinnati and dropped me off at the bus station. I arrived in Kansas after a 36-hour bus ride, an 8-hour layover in Chicago. I was homesick, uncertain, and emotional. I remember thinking, how did I end up in Dodge City, Kansas? I was just angry. To add to my mood at the time, which was not good, I had no idea there was a rule that only 10 out-of-state players were allowed to make the football team roster. Someone forgot to mention that to me until I got here. Despite all of that, what I found was opportunities. I found professors who cared, coaches who pushed me, and mentors who believed in me. I also found accountability and discipline, and I gained more academic confidence. I want to say that again, academic confidence, because I did not have any when I got here. I never had confidence because I never put in effort. Most importantly, I found direction. I was fortunate, though, to make the football team, and I earned first-team all-conference wide receiver honors as a freshman. Then early in my second season, I suffered a knee injury and missed most of the year. I was frustrated, thought very hard about going home, had every reason to go home, but my mom pleaded for me to stay. That decision was a very important chapter in my journey, to stay here. Because while football had been my priority, I now started to understand that education had to come first. If I get hurt, what would I do? I was actually afraid of being unsuccessful. And I'm gonna say that again, I was afraid to be unsuccessful. I worked hard, I had to learn how to study, I had to learn how to prepare for tests, I had to learn how to believe in myself academically. In 1986, I graduated from Dodge City Community College and earned a full football scholarship at West Virginia University. And I enjoyed my time at WVU. I had success there in the class and on the field. As they said, we played in the Sun Bowl against Oklahoma State in 1987 and a national championship game against Notre Dame in 1989. I was fortunate to catch a touchdown, but they called it back. But that was not my greatest highlight. My greatest victory was not on the football field. My greatest victory was walking across the stage in 1989, earning my bachelor's degree. That meant everything to my parents, my family, and to me. That was another important chapter in my journey. Soon after graduation, I interviewed for a juvenile probation officer position in my hometown. And after the second round interview, it was in front of 3 judges. One of the judges pulled me aside and said, "I just want you to know how proud I am of you. I followed you and your journey since high school." He went on to tell me that he had seen my family in his courtroom several times when I was younger, as my family dealt with a lot of challenges. We spoke for about 20 minutes. Sorry about this. After that conversation, we became friends. I share that story because you never know who's watching you, cheering for you, and believing in you. So always be aware of how you represent yourself. A couple years later, one of my best friends encouraged me to apply for graduate school. I doubted myself. I thought graduate school was only for super smart students. Again, I didn't have a lot of academic confidence even at that time. But he believed in me enough to push me until I believed in myself. He wrote me a 2-page letter explaining to me why I should apply for graduate school. He filled out as much of the application as he could. He said I could stay in his apartment that summer for free, and he would help me transition, and he would also help me get a graduate assistant position at West Virginia University. I applied for graduate school, and I was accepted on probation for the first semester. I went on to earn straight A's and completed my first master's degree. Who we choose as our friends matter. He and I are still great friends to this day. We were just together last week in Pittsburgh, 3 days for an NFL draft. I eventually went on to earn 3 master's degrees and a certification in school administration from Johns Hopkins University. But none of that happened because life was easy. It happened because people invested in me, mentors guided me. It happened because I learned that your beginning does not determine your ending. I've been blessed to work for Howard County Public School System in Maryland for 26 years. I started as a teacher, assistant principal, coordinator, executive director. We have 78 schools, over 57,000 students, representing over 200 languages. And we have over 9,000 employees in our district. I've been fortunate enough to share my story of my challenges, my hard work, perseverance, and never losing hope. Let me say it again, and never losing hope. I've been able to share that with thousands of students over the years. I would always share that I hope to go back to Dodge City one day, just to see the place where my life was changed. I want to just say thank you to the staff at DC3. So today is my chance. I want to thank the staff and administration at DC3. couple of years ago, my wife surprised me and bought us tickets to fly to Kansas City, and we would drive to Dodge City after 38 years. Over the past few decades, it's been on my bucket list to come back here. It was a very, very emotional, memorable trip. I recognized the landscape, some of the buildings, and the trailers that I lived in were gone. But what stood out to me the most was the people we encountered at Dodge City. Two of the first people we encountered upon our return were Emily Witherspoon, Director of Admissions, and Mr. Lance Zeich, Director of Marketing and Public Relations, and they were awesome. They didn't know us at all. We just showed up, but they were just terrific in how they greeted us and shared information and just made us feel comfortable. It made me realize, again, why I stayed here and finished school 40 years ago. Just nice, kind, decent people. Graduates, remember this. The people you choose to surround yourself with matter. Choose people who challenge you, who encourage you, who tell you the truth. Choose people who will lift you up and not pull you down. Your circle can shape your future. I also want you to remember this. Growth doesn't happen by accident. Leadership author John C. Maxwell said, "We don't improve by simply living. We have to be intentional about it." Be intentional. Be intentional about your goals, your character, your learning. Be intentional about how you treat other people. Be intentional and thank those who have helped you along the way. Be intentional about the life you want to build, and as you rise, reach back and help someone else. Some people need your story. Some people need your example. Some people need what perseverance looks like. Success is not about what you achieve, it's also about what you give. Graduates, this afternoon, you leave as students, but you also leave as ambassadors of Dodge City Community College. Carry the values of hard work, humility, resilience, and service wherever you go. There will be setbacks, there'll be disappointments, there'll be moments when the road feels uncertain, but do not quit. You've already proven you can overcome adversity. You can grow, and you can finish what you started. So dream bigger, aim higher, work harder, lead with integrity, serve with compassion, and never underestimate what is possible when preparation meets opportunity. I'm a perfect example of that. The class of 2026, your future is waiting. Congratulations, God bless, and thank you again for having me here today.
James, Jamie, Lamont, wonderful speech. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Come often.
Will the candidates for the degrees and certificates please rise? That's you guys in purple. Trustee Ramsauer, upon certification of the faculty of the college, I present the candidates for the degrees Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of General Studies, and related certificates.
Upon the recommendation of Dr. Haley, by the authority of the Board of Trustees of Dodge City Community College, I confer upon each of you the degree or certificate for which you have been presented and admit you all to the right and privileges thereof.
The graduates will now proceed to the platform to receive their diplomas. All graduates not yet in the platform line may be seated. Ashley Rachel Acosta Najera, Associate of Science. Uriel Adame, Associate of Science. Sophia Salim Ahmed, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Lequiam Alcantara Yanes, Associate of Applied Science. Nila Sine Alvarado, Associate of Science, High Honors. Yenesis Alvarado, Associate of Applied Science. Cadence Jade Applegate Bryce, Associate of Arts. Arias Janae Aramenta, Associate of Science, Honors. Fatima Loya, Associate of Arts. Bailey Alexis Avila. Mariana K. Osmus, Associate of Arts. Briseida Barrera, Associate of Science. David Abel Barrera, Associate of Arts, Honors. Meta Batling, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Megan Renee Bennett, Associate of Applied Science. Alexis Marisela Bravo, Associate of Science. Natalia Savannah Lynn Briseño, Associate of Arts. Sophia Rain Calistro, Associate of Science. Jacqueline Carlos Gaspar, Associate of Arts. Abigail Castañón Arroyo, Associate of Science, Honors. Yasmin Nikita Castillo, Associate of Science. California Marie Cedro. Brianna Sue Cosman, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Aleria Isabel Cruz, Associate of Science, Honors. Jocelyn Alejandra Cruz Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science. Cheyenne Paige Davis, Associate of Arts. Sherlene Berenice de la Cruz Martinez, Associate of Arts Honors. Noé Javier de los Santos, Associate of Arts. Giovanni de Luna, Associate of Science. Jaden Kai de Casas, Associate of Arts. Canyon Cassidy Ann Durstein, Associate of Arts. Shelby Brian Diego, Associate of Arts. Gracie Alice Down Airy, Associate of Science. Adam Davis, Associate of Arts. Gustavo Alejandro Arribes, Associate of Science Honors. Maria R. Osorio, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Brenna Deanne Farrow, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Emily Ann Estevane Moran, Associate of Applied Science, High Honors. Candace L. Irwin, Associate of Arts. Haisa Ferreira da Silva, Associate of Arts. Saraí Figueroa, Associate of Arts Honors. Tlaloc Figueroa, Associate of Science Honors. Samantha Flores Alarcón, Associate of Arts. Leslie Mariela Galdames, Associate of Arts. Isaac Navarro Gallegos, Associate of Arts. Naima Garcia Alvarez, Associate of Arts, Honors. Dayanara Garcia, Associate of Science. Yamir Ismael Gardea Machado, Associate of Arts. Zoe A. Giesel, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Erin Olivia Gross, Associate of Applied Science. Grace Lynn Byerly, Associate of Applied Science, High Honors. Dasmi Yulisa Guevara Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science. Nathan Allen Guile, Associate of Arts, Honors. Kara Therese Hazelhorst, Associate of Arts, Honors. Marisol Isabel Hernandez, Associate of Arts. Bianca Simone Hernandez, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Haley Noemi Hernandez Rodriguez. Associate of Honors, High Honors. Amanda Ann Herrera, Associate of Science. Daniel Hurtado, Associate of Science, High Honors. Sarah Nicole Jones, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Caden Aaron Jones, Associate of Applied Science. Paige Ryan Jordan, Associate of Science, High Honors. Ziana Isle Kaiser, Associate of Arts, Honors. Soma Kanazawa, Associate of Arts. Tara Kanego, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Kosh Dang Kosh, Associate of Arts. Jada Lucille Lamont, Associate of General Studies, Honors. Ashley Lee, Associate of Arts, Honors. Landon Carter Lindsay, Associate of Science. Gabriela Gomez, Associate of Science. Daisy Marie Lopez, Associate of Arts. Angel Lopez, Associate of Arts. Alan Alexander Lopez Agustin, Associate of Applied Science. Mayra Lopez Gomez, Associate of Applied Science, High Honors. Lex Daniel Loomis, Associate of Applied Science. Zoe Faye Lutz, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Anissa Leandra Macias Adame, Associate of Arts, Honors. Amory Cassandra Macias Adame, Associate of Science. Flor Maldonado Ortiz, Associate of General Studies, Honors. Socorro Nayeli Marino, Associate of General Studies. Brian Edmundo Marquina Mendez, Associate of Science, Honors. Michael May, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Mariah Ray McKillop, Associate of Science. Dinora Mendoza, Associate of Science. Jing N. Mi, Associate of Arts. Michael Rabin Milleg, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Cristal Millán Gonzalez, Associate of Arts. Juliana Miranda Molinero, Associate of Arts, Honors. Wesley Monteiro Rosa, Associate of Arts. Victoria Lynn Montgomery, Associate of Arts, Honors. Marisa Yasmin Montoya, Associate of General Studies. Maybelline Carolina Morales, Associate of Science. Janet Morales de la Rosa, Associate of Science. Demario Javon Marie, Associate of Arts, Honors. Kevin Efren Navarrete, Associate of Applied Science. Jana Navado Breathauer, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Denise Ochoa, Associate of Science, Honors. Maria Osorio, Associate of Science. Uvia Joy Otero Martinez, Associate of Arts. Ricky James Lofton, Associate of Arts. Hewan Pak, Associate of Science, High Honors. DJ White Payne, Associate of Arts. Aviana Gisela Telles, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Adric Joseph Perez, Associate of Applied Science. Orlando Perez, Associate of Arts. Dominic Luis Perez, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Yelenis Perez Rodriguez, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Manuela Piljabek, Associate of Arts, Honors. Felicity Dawn Pittman, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Jonathan Paul, Associate of Arts. Juanita Medelis Puentes, Associate of Science. Carlos Brian Ramon Diego, Associate of Applied Science. Arnoldo Renova Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Juana Viola Perez, Associate of Applied Science Honors. Saray Elizabeth Ricky, Associate of Applied Science Honors. Jennifer Rivera, Associate of Applied Science High Honors. Blanca Estela Rivera Retana, Associate of Arts. Kirsten Ariel Roberts, Associate of Science Honors. Juan Xavier Rodriguez, Associate of Science. Morgan Rubianne Ruff, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Mauricio Alberto Ruiz III, Associate of Applied Science. Belinda Salazar Almaraz, Associate of Science. Yaslin Sedano, Associate of Arts, High Honors. America Miranda Silerio, Associate of Arts. Brandon Silva, Associate of Applied Science. Cheston Darrell Smith Roman, Associate of Applied Science. Javius Smith, Associate of Honors, Associate of Arts, Honors. Jimena Solis Ortega, Associate of Arts, Honors. Carson James Spoons, Associate of Honors, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Cameron Wayne Stewart, Associate of Applied Science. Chrislyn Tavares, Associate of Arts. Rofina Pablo, Associate of Arts, Honors. Micah Petzold, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Jarrett Alexander Tena, Associate of Arts. Miriam Terrazas Millan, Associate of Science. Harley Nevea Tilley, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Nevi Sanchez Torres, Associate of Science. Laura Elizabeth Torres, Associate of Arts. Juanita Yvette Uranga, Associate of Science. Carmen Valverde, Associate of Arts, Honors. Cody Robert Vance, Associate of Applied Science. Karina Vargas, Associate of Arts, Honors. Sofia Jimena Vargas, Associate of Arts, Honors. Yair Vasquez Lorenzo, Associate of Applied Science. Alexis Antonio Vega, Associate of Applied Science. Luis Fabián Velázquez Castro, Associate of Applied Science. Jake Lee Voss, Associate of Applied Science. Victoria Irene Kamale Wasman, Associate of Arts. Drake Charles Weber, Associate of Applied Science, High Honors. Boston Avery Weber, Associate of Arts. Alyssa Danielle Weiss, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Derek Keith Rivers, Associate of Arts. Ian Uriel Andalón Silva, Associate of Arts. Nicholas Brandon Allis, Associate of Arts. Amaria Michelle Unique White, Associate of Arts. Nevaeh Faith Wright, Associate of Arts, High Honors. Oscar Alexander Ramirez Hernandez, Associate of Arts. Josué Daniel Zapata, Associate of Arts. Mohamed Diop, Associate of Arts. Bryce Jackson, Associate of Applied Science. Ángel Ernesto Acosta, Certificate HVAC, Certificate Honors. Dani Adame, Certificate HVAC. Jeremiah Aguilar, Certificate HVAC. Gilberto Jr. Alarcón, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. David Aldaba Flores, Certificate Diesel Technology. Jaime Alonso Jr., Certificate Cosmetology. Alex Alvarez, Certificate Automotive Technology. Miguel Ángel Alvarez Millán, Certificate Electrical Technology. Litzy Andasola, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology. Ronnie Tolentino Andrade, Certificate Welding Technology. Jocelyn Veronica Antonio Salazar, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Alejandro Armendariz, Certificate Ag Production, Farm and Ranch Management. Eric Felipe Arriola, Certificate Electrical Technology. Kyla Rose Ashley, Certificate Early Childhood Education, Certificate Honors. Saunara Agustin, Certificate Early Childhood Education, Certificate Honors. Valerie Avila, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Aldo Daniel Vaquera, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Juan Pablo Barrios Medrano, Certificate Electrical Technology. Manuel Tomás Batz, Certificate Building Construction Technology. Yasmin Esmeralda Beltrán, Certificate HVAC, Certificate Honors. Gage Alexander Burns, Certificate Ag Production, Farm and Ranch Management. Eileen Michelle Cabrera, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honor. Ilani Ann Calderon, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Natalia Cristal Cerda, Certificate Cosmetology. Christopher Chavez Alarcón, Certificate Automotive Technology. Miranda Chavez, Certificate Cosmetology. Jada Davoon Connor, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Krista Nicole Cruz, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Alondra Milagros Cruz, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology. Irving De Avila, Certificate Electrical Technology. Moises de la Rosa, Certificate Welding Technology. Gabriel Omar del Real Renteria, Certificate HVAC. Liliana Delgado Rodriguez, Certificate Cosmetology. Leonardo Carrillo, Certificate Welding Technology. Rebecca Araceli Carrillo Muñoz, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Israel Abisai Castro, Certificate Welding Technology. Kevin Alejandro Aguilera James, Associate of Arts. Alice Dominguez Villanueva, Certificate Cosmetology. Jocelyn Fernandez, Certificate Cosmetology. Guillermo Dominguez, Certificate Electrical Technology. Alina T. Den, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Adela Diaz, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Maria Duarte, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Sebastián Esparza, Certificate Welding Technology. Miguel Osvaldo Estabane Quiros, Certificate Electrical Technology. Cristal Estrada Jaques, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Litsi Asuna Figueroa Pérez. Bethany Yasmin Galdames, Certificate Early Childhood Education. Ronnie Alejandro Galdames, Certificate HVAC. Alexis Antonio Gallegos Quesada, Certificate HVAC, Certificate Honors. Giselle Garcia, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Ramiro Garcia Mancillas, Certificate Electrical Technology. Emily Gonzalez Delgado, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Ángel Guzmán Rodríguez, Certificate Welding Technology. Cassidy Smith, Certificate Early Childhood Education, Certificate Honors. Daniel Alexander Hernandez, Certificate Automotive Technology. Yolanda Marie Hernandez, Certificate of Completion Nail Technology. Wilmer Pascual Hernandez Raimundo, Certificate Building Construction Technology. Rolando Herrera, Certificate Cosmetology. Javier Hipólito, Certificate Building Construction Technology. Daisy Hipólito, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Patricio Holguín, Certificate Welding Technology. Jack William Jenkinson, Certificate Diesel Technology. Demetrio Jorge, Certificate HVAC. Sergio Juárez, Certificate Welding Technology. Ernesto Juárez, Certificate Welding Technology. Alexandra Lopez, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Diego Lopez, Certificate Welding Technology. Rubén Lorenzana, Certificate Electrical Technology. Juanita Lux Jose, Certificate Cosmetology. Pedro Lux Jose, Certificate Electrical Technology. Cynthia Martinez, Certificate Cosmetology. Evelyn Yareli Martinez Veleta, Certificate Cosmetology. Sherlene Martinez Montes, Certificate Cosmetology. Jesus Anthony Martinez, Certificate Electrical Technology. Brian Martinez, Certificate Welding Technology. Carlos Antonio Martinez, Certificate Welding Technology. Christopher Ian Maston, Certificate Welding Technology. Maximiliano Medrano, Certificate Electrical Technology. Ana Mendoza, Certificate Practical Nursing. Jose Ramos, Certificate Electrical Technology. Natalie Montelongo, Certificate of Completion, Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Mackenzie Lane Moore, Certificate of Completion, Nail Technology, Certificate Honors. Jason Najera, Certificate Welding Technology. Connor Nelson, Certificate Welding Technology. Brianna Eleni Ochoa, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Rafael Ojeda, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. Gabriel Olivares, Certificate HVAC. Mario Olivares, Certificate Electrical Technology. April Anaí Oliva, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Mason Linus Olmsted, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. Caroline George Anna Olson, Certificate Early Childhood Education, Certificate Honors. Magali Ortiz, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Joel Ortiz, Certificate Electrical Technology. Diamri Odalis Ortiz, Certificate of Completion, Nail Technology. Clarissa Jean Weber, Associate of Arts. Zariah Leanne Simmons, Associate of Science Honors. Aiden Elena Reese, Associate of Arts. Colin Dean Patton, Certificate Automotive Technology, Certificate Honors. Ángel Alejandro Peña Cárdenas, Certificate HVAC. Alex Pérez Castro, Certificate Welding Technology. Daniel Pérez Rubalcaba, Certificate Welding Technology. Jackson Ray Peaster, Certificate HVAC. Kimberly Lisette Piñon, Certificate Early Childhood Education. Karen Quiñones, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Noeli Idali Quiñones, Certificate Early Childhood Education. Jacqueline Anaí Ramírez Castrejón, Certificate Cosmetology. Wendy Lisette Ramirez, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Victor Manuel Ramirez Lopez, Certificate Electrical Technology. Dylan Rayo, Certificate Automotive Technology, Certificate Honors. Dayanis Alondra Real Vasquez, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Peyton Wayne Redburn, Certificate Diesel Technology. Giovanni Reyes Hernandez, Certificate HVAC. Jordan Jesus Rivera, Certificate HVAC. Luis Alejandro Rodriguez, Certificate Electrical Technology. Cesar Omar Romero Rodriguez, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. John Alexander Rosales, Certificate HVAC. Andy Alexander Rosales Tovar, Certificate Automotive Technology. Diego Ruiz Espinosa, Certificate Diesel Technology. Alexa Salazar, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Liana Saldaña, Certificate Electrical Technology. Axel Jaciel Sanchez, Certificate Automotive Technology. Jace Allen Shrewsbury, Certificate Welding Technology. Morgan Grace Siders, Certificate Cosmetology. Alan Ross Skeen, Certificate Ag Production, Farm and Ranch Management. Francisco Eduardo Solis, Certificate Building Construction Technology. Carter Marici, Welding Certificate. Luvia Citlali Rojas Romero, Associate of Science Honors. Skylar Ray Stein, Certificate Welding Technology. Citlali Tapia Madero, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Yeriver Tixta Villa, Certificate Electrical Technology. William Francisco Batts, Certificate Welding Technology. Alex Armando Vega, Certificate HVAC. Josue Velázquez Castro, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. Shaila Janae Velez, Certificate Cosmetology, Certificate Honors. Emily Vianet Resendiz Diaz, Certificate Cosmetology. Dawson Lane Wells, Certificate Automotive Technology. Brandon Wolfley, Certificate Welding Technology, Certificate Honors. Johnny Janae Tommy Wandra, Certificate of Completion, Nell Technology. Seth Leon Woods, Certificate Diesel Technology. Jackson Weicker, Certificate Electrical Technology. Angel Zamora, Certificate HVAC. Inés Deyanira Martinez, Certificate Practical Nursing. Alondra Duarte Hinojas, Nail Technology. Areli Ninel Flores, Certificate of Cosmetology. Wendy Leticia Lopez Agustin, Certificate Early Childhood Education.
I said we saved the best for last.
Graduates, please stand as you have earned the privilege to move your tassel from the right to the left. And only if you want to, you can throw your caps. I'm going to do it on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! I hope I didn't hurt anybody. And now it is time for Dodge City Community College alma mater. Hail the purple and gold. Followed by the alma mater, the audience is asked to please remain seated until all the graduates have left the arena.